Mind Gap Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Mind Gap Podcast. I'm Doug.
And I'm Justin.
And I'm super excited to be here.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. I've been really silly the last part of this whole day so far. And I was like, I hope this carries over the podcast.
Do you attribute that to anything specific?
I don't know. I was just really silly. Usually a bad time for me during the day. I'm a morning person. So around 3 o'clock, I hit a dip in my day.
You get that crash, yeah.
Yeah, and usually from 3 to 5, I'm very low energy. So usually, after dinner, I can usually pick back up and stuff like that. But boy, 3 o'clock is a real, especially since I get up at fucking 4:30 in the morning. Come 3 o'clock, yeah. I'm
Rag.
tired. Yeah. Yay, look how awesome I am. I get up at 4:30 in the morning.
The only reason I say that for anyone watching the stream, you kind of flexed.
My back hurts because I get up
at 4:30.
I did a back workout this morning, so my back's a little tight.
Can I be honest with you?
No.
I have okay, cool.
Lies! Bring me your lies!
Bring only lies!
Yes, you may be honest with me.
Thank you. I was waiting for the
I know you're waiting for permission, I could tell.
Thank you. No, I have been severe. Well, I mean, I share my Apple Watch with you.
You share your life with me.
I share my life with you. And it's honored by the court of law. I share my life with you. Yeah. No, I've been slacking significantly in the working out department. Before we moved, I hurt my foot, and that put me on a downward spiral, and then the moving. And then after them, it's just been something. So I don't think I've worked out since probably the last week of January, the first week of February. And today was the first day that I got back to it, and it felt awesome. I have missed it so much.
I saw something pop in a day or two ago, and I was like, hey, I want to be like, fuck yes. Just kind of shoot you that. Yeah. But I also didn't want it to come off as patronizing.
No, it never is. I actually was going to tell you this in order for you to kind of kick my ass a little bit in it. So it never comes off as patronizing. It's very, very necessary for me. And I've just been very, again, I don't know if I understand why you have been so religious with your working out, because you had talked about early on that if you allow yourself to slip, you could see yourself really falling down a cliff. And I understand why you say that now, because at the time I was like, come on, man, you of all people have that gumption to just dig back in. It's really easy to slip down that cliff.
And it's really hard to get back on it. Really hard to get back on it.
I'm finding that to be true. Yeah.
Yeah. Jill's been going through a lot of those. She hit a great streak of 6 to 7 weeks, and then shit just happened. She got off, the rails for whatever reason, and she's trying to get back on it. And there's always a reason to wait another day. There's always a reason just to wait. Absolutely. And the longer you wait, the worse it gets. And
it is. That's the truth. That's a God's honest truth.
And I just refuse to let myself do that, because I don't want to be back in that boat again. Because here's the thing. I've actually seen a couple. I sent this to you. There was a TikTok I sent to you of this trainer who basically was like, that
guy was amazing. First off,
I sent it to Jill, and Jill's like, yes. I mean, this guy essentially summed it up as, there's a spectrum of fitness. Did you get it?
Yep.
What'd you get? What's your prize? If you're just listening, Justin just reached up. He stood up. He came back down. I was like, what did you get? I go, what'd you get? He nodded. I said, what'd you get? And he pulled up with a flame creator. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. I
refer to lighters as flame creators.
Lighter, that's what the word left me. I was going to say flamethrower, but that's not what it was. He came out with a lighter, and I was like,
no, it's a flame creator. That's what it is now.
I was sitting there, I was like, that makes sense. I'm like, no, it doesn't. And then he just held up a candle, and I'm like, now it makes sense. And then he lit the candle and put it back up. I'm like, okay, we're good. I get it now.
I like to have ambiance while I am recording, and the candle went out when I first lit it. So
that's nice. What he doesn't realize is that that's a joke candle that is like that fish that when people smell it, they vomit. So anytime now we'll burn off the top layer.
Out again. So
here we go.
Awesome.
So anyway, this guy was saying there's a spectrum that you're on when it comes to fitness, and his job as a trainer is to help you to optimize your life, help you to become more optimal. And he drew this graph, and he's like, at the very end of this is the fully optimized version of yourself. And he goes, let me tell you something. That version sucks. It's shit. You don't want to be here because it's miserable to be there. He's like, that's a world where you got to seriously watch what you eat all the time, and you can't have fun. You can't enjoy life. And he's like, no one wants to be there. So, and he kind of like drew just a little bit area before. He goes, this is where you want to be. This is where you want to try and be. He goes, and every little bit helps. He's like, getting better sleep, whatever that means to you. How do you get better sleep? Do you need to buy an eye mask? Like, what do you need to do? All right, just get better sleep. He goes, are you eating better? Right? Does it mean like less takeout? That's optimizing. Does that mean like, more vegetables? That's optimizing. And he's like, fitness. He's like, are you fucking doing your workouts? Are you actually exercising? Then you're optimizing your life. You're good. Like, just keep that stuff up. There's things you can tweak here and there, but he's like, I've had CEOs come up to me and be like, hey, I want to be shredded. I want to have a six pack. And he's like, okay, cool. Yeah. So here's what we'll do. We'll get them started. And he goes, then they start seeing some gains, and they hit that part where they're like, their life and what they want to do and their goals of becoming shredded butt heads, and then
ambition versus reality.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it is. Yeah, and
then they go, hey man, you know what? I'm really good with where I am. He goes, I know that's where you'd get to. I just needed you to get to that, because what you have to do. And he's just very, very funny as he's talking about this too.
Yeah, because he's honest about it.
Yeah, because he's just basically breaking it down. He's like, the fitness world, all the stuff they want you to buy into this world of a fully optimized self. And he goes, and it's a miserable place to be. The people that starve themselves for like 6 weeks to make a shoot or have to do whatever. Yeah, like I watching movies, like, God damn, that guy's shredded. It's like, that is a miserable existence to have, to be there. It's ended marriages, like.
Well, if you even look at Hugh Jackman having to if you follow his Instagram, he's getting in shape again. After he promised himself, he's like, I'll never do this again. I finally got to a point where I can let go of having to do this to my body. And then Ryan Reynolds pulled him back in. But he's allegedly eating 8,000 calories a day to bulk up. That sounds fun. It's not. That is a fucking chore to eat 8,000 calories.
Disagree.
And then to convert that into pure muscle. Like, it may sound like, oh, I can totally do that. It is the hardest fucking thing in the world.
Because if he's consuming 8,000 calories, it's got to be good calories too. It's got to be
mostly, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because it's not just like, cool, let's have a sleeve of Oreos. You're
gonna eat a pizza and then a pint of ice
it's
cream.
Gonna be,
I mean, there is that for sure, but yeah,
there will be things like that. But it's got to be good calories that he's also working out in a way that his body needs those calories to build that.
Think about the opposite. Like, his trainer's not going to put him on an 8,000 calories surplus. Like, that's just not how that works. Like, so that's how hard you're working day after day after day. So it comes with its own, the gains come with its own drawbacks.
It's also not sustainable. That's not a life that,
absolutely not.
You want to do it. And I've taken that to heart, because I've really sort of like hit kind of like my plateau of my weight, and I've actually become at peace with it, because I've been able to enjoy my life and feel less guilty. Like I made a chocolate chip cookie cake, and I enjoyed it many days in a row, and I didn't feel guilty about it. Didn't gain weight, didn't lose weight. I was enjoying my life. I'm having some leftover cupcakes from Natalie's birthday party a couple weeks ago. I have 2 each day. They're little cupcakes. I enjoy the shit out of them. Not gaining weight, not losing weight. I'm enjoying my life, because throughout the day, I'm also eating good, healthy meals. Breakfast and lunch have always been solid. Dinners when I kind of go off the rails a little bit. I eat a little bit more. I'm hungry, just whatever. Just like the weight of the day kind of gains on me, but I can do that. I'm like, hey, I'm actually able to maintain. I'm still working out. I feel good. I should be able to enjoy a chocolate chip cookie cake that I made, or some mini donuts that we made over the weekend. Or it's just because I'm also, again, thinking, what are my portion sizes here? Am I going really hard in the paint? Or I'm like, I'm going to have 2 fucking cupcakes at the end of the day, Are
you going 16-year-old Doug, or are you going 40-year-old Doug?
Right. And it's just one of those things where I'm like, I can do this, enjoy this. And I know that I'm being okay, because I'm again, lifting wise, I'm doing great. I've really enjoyed this. I'm coming to the end of yet another cycle. I've lost track of how many of these cycles that I've done. I'm coming to the end of a 13-week cycle in this program.
God, you have to have been 10 deep at this point. Like the way you do these things.
I think I did intermediate once and a half, and then I did advanced, and then I've done advanced at least, I think, 4 times, maybe 3 times. I guess
it's a 13-week program, right?
Yeah. So well, originally it was 9, and then it bumped up to 13. So
okay, got it.
I've just lost track. At minimum, I've done at least 5 or 6 of these programs all the way through, at a minimum of 9 weeks, maximum 13 weeks when they upped it up. Right. So I just keep doing it, and I enjoy them, and this has been challenging. I've lowered the weight a little bit and really focused on my form this time around, where I've just been really trying to do, because it was kind of like, how much can I lift? I'm like, that's not what matters. It's not how much. Right. It's how well can I do this, because I want to get a good extension, right? Slow move down, feel that contraction and back up. And I'm like, that's what's most important to me, because that's why I want to build muscle, and stuff like that. I don't care how much I can lift. I don't give a fuck. That doesn't bother me.
They call those negative reps, right?
I guess, probably.
Okay. I thought you knew. I
don't know. I feel like that. I've heard that, but I'm not judging anybody else, but I've seen some other people in the gym that are just like going as fast as they can with weight that's too much, and I'm like, I'm not 20 years old. I don't need that. I don't care how much I can squat. I don't care how much I can deadlift,
Right. You're not looking to impress everyone at the gym.
No.
You're not even looking to set a personal best. You're just looking to fucking finish your workout, go home and play with your child.
I don't want to get hurt, but I want to put my body in a way that's going to get a good workout. And I had a kind of a vain moment, but the other day I was kind of going like this, and I was like, holy shit, is that my back muscle?
Yeah, buddy.
I go, Jill, I don't want to be that guy, but can you check this out real quick? And she goes, is that your shoulder blade? I go, no. And she goes, holy shit. I'm like, right? I was just kind of stretching. I was like, oh, fuck. That's solid. That's really good. Natalie was like, whoa, is that your bone? I'm like, it's not. That's my back, and that felt really good, I feel like that's one of the... What's that?
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I feel like that was, one of the places that I've seen just I felt like, oh shit, that's actually really developing. That feels really good. Yeah.
I was going to say, joking aside and everything, bits aside, congratulations. I'm really, really happy that it's a bigger, so anyone that has never struggled with weight probably won't understand this specific struggle. Not that they haven't had their own other struggles in their life, but when you've struggled with weight, it's a big fucking deal to be okay, to come to a place where you're like, I'm actually very comfortable with where I'm at right now. As you're dropping, you've got this goal, kind of like that guy was talking about. You're like, I have to keep going. I have to keep cutting. I have to keep dropping. It almost becomes obsessive, and it's never enough. When I was training for the marathon, I was down to the lowest I've been since probably fucking 8th grade. And I still thought I was fat. I was like, I don't like where my body's at. And Beth was just like, you're insane, because you're fitting into, when I was trying to figure out what shirt I should wear for the marathon, I was trying on mediums and smalls to see what fit better. That's
impressive.
And then in my mind though, I'm just like, I look fat in the small.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but again, I say this because it's a big mental hurdle to get over. And if anyone's ever struggled with this, they understand that. And so for you to finally have come to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm finally happy. I'm not going to quit, but I'm happy. Mm-hmm. humongous, and just huge congrats on that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think that's really a good point too, because when I was in high school and I was wrestling in easily the best shape of my life, I had the same thing where I was like, look at you. And I'm like, I bet if I looked at a photo of me right now, I'd be like, fuck you. Like, look at you. You cut son of a bitch. Because I didn't think I was, you know, I didn't think I looked like some of the other guys on my team who were just ripped and whatever. But, you know, it's that, again, it's the self-image of that sort of stuff, like, and how you can fool yourself. But for me, like right now, I also just cruised past my 2-year mark of like going on this journey. March 2nd. Like that was, you know, March 2nd, 2021, I made the decision. I'm going to start on this. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I've been doing this for 2 years, you know, like just
awesome,
you know, getting into it for 2 years, you know, just and I'm like, I kind of just let that go by without even thinking about it. There's so much going on right now, you know, so but it makes me very excited.
Calendar, so we're going to celebrate next year.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to put March. So it was March 2nd?
March 2nd.
Okay, hold on. Let me go 2024. I'm doing this. I'm not even fucking around. March 2nd, 2024 is a Saturday. So you and I will have the ability to get together.
There we go.
And this is Doug's 3rd year of being swole.
Oh, gross. Well, I get excited about it is I'm like, I've been doing this for 2 years. I'm like, where am I going to be in a year from now if I keep this up, you know? Because this is also something that is just going to compound over time. You know, I think Richie, who's been on the show before and is a friend of the pod, you know, that guy is continuously working out, and he showed him his progression over like a 6-7 year period. And that guy has really, you know, defined it. And I kind of look at it in that situation where it's definitely, you know, a marathon, not a sprint. And it's just continual upkeep on the body. And, you know, I don't know. I'm excited for it. I like it. I like that it's become part of my lifestyle. If you've heard me talk about this before and you're like, Jesus, we get it. Well, you need to hear it again. It's important. Okay. Because my mindset, you know, is to the point now where I'm like, man, I'm going on a trip in a couple weeks. And I'm like, okay, the day of the flight, how early do I need to get up so I can make sure that I can get a good start on my day to hit my movement, you know, because I'm going to be on this plane. When I get there, what am I going to do? Going to go on a walk? You know, like I'm already planning that in my head. And that week I don't have to lift. It's a deload week. So it's all walking and stuff like that anyway. So it's perfect. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to find a route. I'm going to get that going. And every day I'm going to be doing that. You know, just that's important to me. I've hit over 500 days of at least
that's awesome
of at least 1,170 calories burned for at this point. I'm at 514 days, just consistently hitting that every day. And I'm like, I'm not going to drop it yet. I'm not ready to. I want to keep it going, you know.
And don't do it, because the first time you drop it, it just becomes easier and easier the next time.
I almost did over my birthday weekend. I was just like, I'm just relaxed. I'm having a good time. I'm like, fucking get out. It was easy. It was easy because there wasn't a fence for Loki. So I had to walk her. I'm like, well, if I'm going to take her out to go pee, then we're just going to walk, you know, like, so I just went out and did that and started walking and stuff like that. But I came really close. I was dangerously close where I was like, does it really matter? I'm like, come on, just get it done. I'm like, all right, let's do it, you know? So yeah, that's
how you know you've crossed into that new threshold, is when you can be like, come on.
Yeah. I'm thankful for this, because I used to also be in the mindset that like I couldn't lift unless I had a lifting partner. I need to have someone to spot me, you know, like I always had an excuse. Those cupcakes coming up. I always had an excuse because the stuff I'm doing requires someone to spot me. No, you don't need to do that. Just you don't have to. Again, I'm not lifting that hard. And also, get on a fucking machine. There's lots of machines that can imitate that stuff that you'll get a good workout on that you don't need a spotter for. So
absolutely,
fucking do it. And I'm very, very pleased. So yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to you. I know you've had a lot going on too. I'm sure that's contributed to you and everything like that. And now you're getting settled, and I'm looking forward to you summoning that energy, summoning that chi, and you know, letting it loose, baby.
What I'm most excited about, I think, is the gym that I have found actually has that's near us has a pool that's open in the morning. And when I think I've told you before, when I was training for the marathon, I know I sound like a broken record.
No,
when I was training, one of my non-running days that I needed to do some sort of an alternate form of cardio was running. I was swimming because it was easy on the joints. It still gave you a full body workout. And it was just kind of top to bottom. It was great for respiratory. And I really got into swimming during that period. And I've swum most of my life, but like that really got me back into it. And I've ever since I was like, I just don't have access to like a lap pool. And I joined this gym here and it's got a pool and I'm so fucking excited. It's a 15-minute walk from my house.
Even better.
So excited,
Even
so I go out
better.
over there. I'm going to do a 30-minute hit hurt and then a 30-minute swim. And that'll be my morning.
What a great morning,
Absolutely. Yeah.
The gym that I go to has a bunch of bags. And every time I'm there, I'm like, man, Justin would love it here. He'd be going to town.
That's the one thing this gym does not have. And I need to get a bag for my house is what I need to get. So I can just go downstairs and just go to town because truly, that might be my favorite all-time workout there's something about it, man. I just connect with that. I would love to be able to hit the bag.
I saw another video today that I'm gonna share with you where it was a guy who was like videoing himself running, and the only part that was obnoxious was he obviously had a drone, so he's on a jog, and because I'm like, you're not holding a camera, and this thing is just smoothly. I'm like, you've got a fucking drone, you piece of shit. But this guy was jogging, and he's a bigger guy. He's like, a lot of you are saying that, cardio's the worst way to lose weight. You say, you're all telling me that that lifting is the best way because it increases, heart rate and muscle and stuff like that. He goes, that's true. He's like, but I want to run. I like running. Running is my thing. I want to run a marathon at some point in time, and I want to train, and this is kind of what gets me going. And then it cuts to a trainer who's like, everything he said was right. Like, yeah, lifting weights is technically the best way to do it. He goes, I fucking hate running. I can't stand it. He goes, I would rather, I forget what he compared it to. He's like, I'd rather floss my teeth with a stranger's pubes than go out and jog. He's like, that's how much I hate it. He goes, but you put a ball in front of me? He goes, soccer ball, tennis ball, whatever it is, cricket ball. He goes, I'm like a goddamn terrier. He goes, I'll go running after it. And he talked about how he just recently picked up pickleball. He goes, it's a dumber version. I want to try that
so fucking bad, man. I want to try that so bad.
He goes, it's a dumber version of tennis. He goes, but my wife and I fucking love it. He goes, I get more time spending with her. I'm hanging out with friends. He goes, and I'm moving more than I have in the past 3 months than I have in probably the last 3 years. And he goes, and I'm feeling better fitness-wise. He goes, so the moral of the story is find something you like to do and fucking do it. Don't care if ignore the science, just enjoy it. Be physical, have fun.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. That's what Beth when we were in our apartment, the gym there had a Peloton and she fell in love with that. And for whatever reason, that worked for her and she started losing weight on it's just finding that thing, whatever it may be for you. And that's why I say this whole one size of it, the influencers and everyone who's like, here.
Justin just hit something. Uh-oh. So here's what happened. I'm going to narrate what happened. Justin was about to make a very poignant point. He's going to talk about a specific people who look a certain way, and he was going to really just talk about why they're bad. But fortunately for him, he hit something on his microphone, and the audio just went out. And so we don't really get to know what he's going to say, but you know what? We can guess. And I will leave that guessing to you. In the comments down below, what do you think Justin was about to say? And who do you think he was going to disparage? You tell me.
I hate you so much. Wait, I'm sorry. Did you hear who I was talking about? The people I was talking about?
Nope.
I hate you so much is what I was saying to them.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
Anyway. The influencers, the people who talk about there's one way to do it, that's bullshit. To what you were saying, and very similar to kind of bring it back around full circle. This guy, the trainer that you were talking about, the TikTok you sent me, just find something you love, just do it, optimize your life to the point where you're happy, and then just ride that. Just be good, because anything else is just you're fooling yourself, and it's never going to be sustainable ever.
Yeah. It's like most things. If you don't enjoy doing it, it's extra energy that you take to get yourself motivated and pumped up to go and do it. So I like lifting weights. That is my jam. I love to do that. So the fact that I was able to get back on that because I was like, I like walking too. Walking's great. But I don't really like running, to be honest with you. Although recently, the last over the year, so I've done it here and there. And
you've been getting into it more.
It's just my body hurts more. Like my knees hurt and my hips hurt. So like if I'm not feeling it, I really listen to my body, because I'm like, if I don't, I won't be able to work out. So I got to really make sure I listen to that. Whereas if I was 20 years old, I'd be like, fuck it, just run through the pain. It's like, no, that's dumb. Don't do that.
No pain, no gain. Go.
Yeah, I would really love to wrestle again, but that's just going to lead to fucking injuries. I just know it. And it's like, what a great workout. But I'm like, I will undoubtedly get fucking hurt. I know I would. And it would be a nightmare.
You and I should
wrestle,
gingerly spar. I'm just saying, like, wrestle just very lightly, like old man wrestling, and just very lightly. Not anything heavy, not anything crazy. But the next time we're together, we should roll for a little bit and just see how it feels. You know?
Yeah.
You can show me some things, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you could too. You know, kung fu, right?
I know kung fu. I wish I had a sound drop for that.
I know, right? Just ready to go.
Closest
like,
I have
is kung fu. Yeah, that same movie. So
same movie,
right? Oh man, yeah. I would love. I just realized my phone now just has the notification. Doug's 30 year of being swole. Thank you. That's on my calendar.
You're welcome.
No, I would love to wrestle again. I think that was the most fun I had, the best workout that I had, and yeah, I just no doubt I'd get fucking hurt. I know it. Blow out a knee, something would happen. I'd be like, and for what? You didn't have to do this.
Outside of the marathon, the other point where I was at my trimmest was when I was doing MMA stuff.
Yeah,
like which included a lot of wrestling, jiu-jitsu, like that kind.
Yeah.
It's just, that is such an incredible workout, full body, and you're just drenched in sweat, working every muscle you got.
Cardio, muscle, it's a full package.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's like swimming, except swimming's much safer, unless you can't swim, and then in which case you're fucking dead. You know. I
wrestle swim all the time.
That's the way to do it. Now we're talking. You know.
Right. It's just like it's.
Take down. He's dead, sir.
Right.
2 points. No, he's dead. You win. Cool.
You win. By default, TKO.
Amelia says pickleball is something that's available at the gym he's going to soon, and his mom is super excited to play. That's awesome.
Well, very good. I love that. Is it going to be? Are you guys going to play in a like a mother-son tournament? Because that'd be pretty badass.
Or are you going to play with your families? It'd be like, you and your wife versus your mom and dad.
Ooh, that's going to make Christmas real awkward.
Also, is there trash talking when you compete with your family? Do you trash talk when you do anything competitive with your family?
I would say light ribbing more than trash talking.
Okay. Give me an example of a light ribbing.
It's specific. It's
okay.
It's
you and your dad are having a foot race.
Well, I win that because.
Well, what are you saying as you're beating him? Like, what are you saying?
See ya, guy.
Does he have a response? Line, does he have a pithy response for you?
He's like, "Fuck you, Justin."
Hey, remember that time I caught you fucking that pumpkin? You know.
He just goes, "I've seen the paper towels."
Those pumpkin seeds were ruined.
That stops in the cracks, and usually where he wins.
You're like, what? He's like, yeah, fuck you, and then he runs past you,
and then just right by me. Yeah.
Dr. Apocalypse, hello, welcome back. Glad you're here. Emilio says internal family competitions. I love it. Always trash talking. Now, are you talking like hard trash talk, or are we talking like Justin saying like polite ribbing? Or are you just like you use it as a tactic to get in their heads? You know, because that's a bold strategy even for your family. Oh, that's like Dr. Apocalypse says you were in MMA. You look like you have the body type for that. Hey.
Well, hey, all right. Thank you, Dr. Apocalypse.
Yeah. No, hard trash talk, passive-aggressive comments, direct comments. You get them all, baby.
Right?
That's amazing.
Hey, Ma, you suck.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
No, usually there's this inside joke within my wife's side of the family where you'll say the person and then what they're saying. So like if, for example, let's say Beth says she says some joke or she tries to rib someone, and then you just like, oh, Beth, I got jokes. And so like you say the name and then like something in turn taking the piss out of them. And so a lot of the time on that side of the family, that's usually the patter that develops, or the pattern.
I love that. That's a nice little thing where it's like, I'm Justin. I'm really fast.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Joe, I cook well. Yeah.
Yeah. Joe, I cook well. I love
Joe,
it.
I know how to, yeah.
Yeah. That's very funny. I had a very funny moment today with Jill where I felt like I was piling on her, but because we've known each other for 20 years, she understands that I'm just yes-anding her in my own fucked up, stupid way. And
give me the example. What's going on here?
So I can't remember the first part, but the second part, she was talking about, she came and I remember now, she told me a story about something that happened. God damn it. What was it? It was, she came in and just like said something in 30 seconds, just said this, everything and blah, blah, blah. And I just go, wow, and she just stopped and she goes, and that's all. And I go, and this has been the so-and-so hour with Jill, giving you all the updates on yada, yada, yada. And she was like, and then all I heard her say was, context you did not have. I go, okay, Yoda, wise one. And she was doing something, and then there was like a slight pause. I was about to say, it sounds like I'm ripping on you, but what I'm really doing is celebrating you in your own way. But I saw her like shoulders shaking, and then I started laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing at? She goes, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, I said, you didn't have, wait, that's the context you didn't have. I go, oh, I didn't hear that part. I just heard, context you didn't have. And she goes, what the fuck? Like, we were just like, we had this miscommunication, but yes. I heard context you didn't have. I'm like, okay, Yoda, a little wise one.
I love that. Yeah.
And I laughed at her.
Only if you know someone 20 years does that actually fly. Yeah.
And she just goes, I know. I go, thank you for putting up with me, because I'm really just building on what you're saying. I'm honoring it in my own weird way. If you don't know me, it sounds like I'm making fun of you. I'm not.
Yeah.
Like sometimes Jill will talk very fast and it just sounds like some sort of onomatopoeia for like a sound effect. And I will just repeat that back to her. And she said something like, trying to say something like, do you or whatever, but it came out as pew. So I went pew right back at her, and she just started laughing because she's like, that's exactly what that sounded like. And it sounds like I'm making fun of her, but I'm just like, hey, that made a noise. I'm going to repeat that noise to you. Pew. And she's like, oh my God, but we enjoyed it. It comes from a place of love, that's what it is. So
yeah.
Anyway, Amelia says, for example, we don't play Cards Against Humanity with my mom. She's too good at it. I would love to play Cards Against Humanity with my mom and just see how uncomfortable I could make her, because she would hate that game.
That would be, oh my God.
That'd be content worthy.
I would pay good money.
Yeah.
Good money to see that.
Oh my God. Because especially the stuff that the jokes she probably wouldn't get. She's like, what's smegma? I'm like, well, Mom, let me tell you. Let me tell you what smegma is. It's going to be great. Yeah. Woo.
Mom, ask Dad what smegma is.
Oh, he doesn't know. Well, he might. He might, based on his past experiences. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, your dad coached high school. I'm just saying.
He coached college, so he definitely knows what it is.
Oh, sorry. He coached college. Yeah.
Yeah. He did do high school as well. Goblin says, molten hot smegma. Hold on. Let me do something better for this. Hold on.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's get the good stuff here.
I mean, it's on already. I don't know if we're hearing it.
Molten hot smegma.
Say, Mom, that's molten hot smegma.
Hey, Mom, that's molten hot smegma.
And I want someone to clip that. And there's our new clip.
There we go.
There's our new audio drop.
Yeah,
Mom,
baby.
it's molten hot smegma and cave fart.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
You figure it out based on those context clues.
Speaking of molten hot smegma, Doug, tell me about the WWE.
You know what? Thank you for getting me there. So, do y'all like the WWE? What are you, stupid or something? Sorry, it's just picking fights. No.
Shots fired.
No, I don't care. I'm indifferent. I grew up in high school where people were like, I'm like, hey man, you want to hang out? It's Monday night. They're like, no man, Monday night is Raw. I'm like, oh my God, it's Monday Night Raw. And they would just be so excited about it. I'm like, all right, okay, whatever. Well, anyway, there's some news that came
I'd
out.
like to make a distinction real quick.
Sure.
I don't remember if we've talked about this on the show before, but to those who say that wrestling is fake, I would like to make the distinction that it is scripted, not fake. I think that's an important distinction. These are true athletes who are hurling themselves across the ring, off 12-foot ladders. They're slamming each other into the ring. That's not fake. It is scripted. The athleticism that's being displayed is very real, not fake.
The athleticism, the acrobatics, very real. Yes. The punches are not. The kicks,
they're scripted.
Are not.
Wait, dude, time out. When you're coming across someone's chest, they're actually hitting them. Like the punches to the face, no. You're getting a forearm on that.
It's stunt fighting.
Across the chest, yes. So I will hardcore. I'm not a huge fan of the WWE, but I will go to the mat, as they say, to argue that it's not fake, it's scripted. And I think there's a big distinction. There. Anyway, continue.
Listen, tomato, semantics, whatever. It is what it is. That Mankind versus Undertaker cage fight was crazy. Well, yeah, he did. Okay, listen. There are some real elements, right? There are some real elements. But the intent of like, all right, this guy just entered the ring with this guy. They're now going to fight, you know?
Right. That's scripted. But the stuff they're doing is real.
It's a movie. It's a movie set.
That's exactly what it is. You're watching a real-time film being made.
Exactly. It's scripted. Yes. These are stuntmen who have choreographed moves, scripted moves, and they're doing it. It's stunt stuff, you know. Some of it there is contact and everything like that, right? Because you got to try and make it look good. So yeah, it's scripted. You know, it's correct. Not fake. It's scripted.
That's right. The more you know.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, WWE is in talks with state gambling regulators to legalize betting on scripted match results.
This is interesting.
Yes. So essentially the long and short of this is that WWE is working with regulators to legalize betting on scripted match results. So they're actually working with Ernst & Young, which if you're not too familiar with, if you watch the Oscars,
Hey, by the way, happy Oscar week.
Yeah.
Previously.
Yeah. Congrats to Everything Everywhere at Once. Well done. Appreciate you. I still need to see it. But anyway. Yeah. I love it. We said this and Dr. Apocalypse goes, That's going to be easily rigged. We'll get to that.
Doc Apoc, you beat us there.
Oh, hold on, Doc Apoc. Let's put a pin in that because they're partnering with Ernst & Young. You know what they do? They lock down those results for the Oscars so that nobody knows what those are. So
you give us those results in a briefcase and we'll lock them down, brother. We won't let anyone see them. We're going to keep that tighter than a coal miner's ass.
You better watch yourself or I'll get you. Was that a guy? I don't know.
That's it. Yeah.
I saw a great clip of a guy who apparently his whole job in the WWE was trying to make other character, like people break character. And his favorite thing was with John Cena. And he was playing this guy. He had like a unibrow. And he was like, he's a Hispanic guy. And he goes, listen here, John Cena. I'm going to shut your mouth. He said John Cena. And you watch him just try to keep it together. But he couldn't. He just made him.
I love the fact that he was the trying to be the clown of the. I love that.
It was fantastic. It was a wonderful moment where John was like, "God damn it, you motherfucker!"
God damn it.
But anyway, so they're partnering with Ernst & Young. So they are this is an organization that also works with the Oscars, where the winners are determined. Ernst & Young basically guards this shit. Nobody knows what it is. It's under lock and key. Right. It's so their goal is to secure those results so it won't be released to the public. And apparently the WWE creative executives don't plan to inform wrestlers who will win until hours before a match to help prevent any sort of insider trading. And then they also aim to have major sports betting companies offer bets on high profile matches. So the goal would be something to have like and I don't know, I'm not into this stuff too much, but I guess there's like a Royal Rumble, and then like 6 months later, there's WrestleMania. So what they're saying is like after Royal Rumble is over, then they will open up the market to be like, okay, based on what you saw at the Royal Rumble and the matchups that are going to take place, go ahead and place your bets on who you think is going to win.
Who's going to get the belt, basically.
Who's going to win, right? So interesting premise, right? It's a very interesting premise, the idea that people could do this. But as Dr. Apocalypse already pointed out in the chat, I think it's one thing with the Oscars because that stuff's not scripted, right? Votes are cast by white men, and supposedly the best stuff wins. And those votes are sent in, and then they're tabulated by the Ernst & Young folks, and it's protected. So like there's really
accounting firm of Ernst & Young.
The accounting firm makes sure that there's no interference. This has a creative team behind it. So the creative team is like, there's people that are writing this and everything like that. And I don't know the details on like when betting could close, because I don't know how this stuff works. I also don't gamble. So there's two leading authorities here on how this would possibly work. But I would have to assume you'd have to close the window down to a point where maybe the day of or something like that, like the day before.
I would assume that bets would be open until, well, I guess it depends. Like in theory, bets could be open until the actual match starts or until the event starts. Because a lot of times, like on DraftKings and things like that, you can place up until kickoff. You can place your bets, right?
Mm-hmm. That's different. That's a real sport. It's not scripted. Allegedly.
So it might not be scripted.
Some people out there would tell you that this shit's fixed.
I feel like you're saying the same thing two different ways.
Victory sip.
That, or I feel like what would make more sense is that betting would have to probably close down because you said, I don't know if you
don't put words in my mouth.
I'm gonna. No, the wrestlers won't be informed until a few hours before the actual event starts, right? Mm-hmm. So I assume that as soon as word gets out to the insiders, that's when things probably lock down. That's when betting stops, because at that point, that's when you're probably at highest risk of having insider trading and gaming the system of sorts.
Yeah, I would think you would be able to take a different approach because this is scripted, because, obviously live sporting events and things like that, it's like, get your stuff in right before, everything starts. With this, it would have to be like when they determine when they're going to inform the wrestlers is probably when they should close the window. So there should be like,
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you should be like, hey, this is when we're going to let everybody know what's up. So this is when you're going to stop. So there can't be any sort of, and you're also going to have some sort of regulation on the performers themselves so they don't leak shit. Obviously,
absolutely.
See, like right now, it's like whatever. There's no reason, there's no incentive to do it because whatever, they're paid. But if you could fucking check the score, like the God damn it, the odds or whatever, it's gonna be like the rankings. Yeah. That's not it. I was like, what's the word? The money making stuff. If you check it and you're like, oh my God, the odds on this are insane.
What's the spread on this?
Right?
Yeah.
How's that also good? Is that going to affect the creative people as well? Because they know.
Absolutely. Well, we were talking about, like, there was the Undertaker, I think, was the one who went on like that insane run where he won, I think, I don't know what it was, like 15 or 20 Royal Rumbles in the or not. Was the other one WrestleManias in a row or something like that?
I don't know.
So I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah. He won nationals.
I mean, he won on some. He won. He won the championship match.
Yeah.
He won nationals. Yeah. No. I like he won an insane amount of record titles in a row, and so would they be able to do that again, or would they be able? Would they have to switch it up so that people weren't? Or is that a way for more money to exchange hands? Because if you've got someone who's won 10 in a row, this year's the year they get upset. Anyone betting on the underdog, look out, which is another wrestler, the underdog.
It is underdog. It's hard to, I don't know.
I figured it out though. This is where, you remember how you were saying how all stories should be created with dice? This is where it is. all WWE storylines now need to be created with the roll of a dice.
20-sided die, roll it.
It's the only way to keep this fair now.
I agree. Yeah, I feel like this could, honestly, I feel like it could taint the sport. It could taint it all the way through. And this is such a pure and honest, athletic competition that I would hate to see it get ruined by a bunch of greedy grabbers, a bunch of gambling fools. You know what I mean?
I just think gambling's hit a fever pitch in this country, and I don't quite understand why we need one more thing. And this is, look, I'm not a huge. I enjoy gambling every once in a while. I don't do any of the online.
What do you bet on?
DraftKings, and I like to play blackjack if I go to a casino.
Okay.
Like blackjack or slots. I keep it very simple. I don't do craps. I don't do
poker.
I typically don't sit down. I'll play poker like at a part. Like if we're hanging out, I'll play poker. I get way too nervous if I'm sitting at a table in a casino. So roulette, craps, poker. Like I'm not on that. I just give me a blackjack table and maybe some slots, and that's it. I'll play the lottery every once in a while, but again, I'm not a huge gambler because I've got better things I can do with my money.
Mm-hmm.
Because rather than lose it,
like put in RSUs or maybe some options. I know
all about these things.
You got 401ks, Roth 401ks. I mean, you got
absolutely.
it all. You got it all, baby.
Yeah. But between DraftKings and MGM and Jesus Christ, there's I don't know, there's FanDuel, exactly. Like it's an absolutely fucking insane amount of places that you can bet now and what you can bet on. Do we need one more thing? I just feel like gambling's hitting kind of a fever pitch here. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe it's just not my thing. I feel like we're really stretching for things to bet on though.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I mean, Dr. Apocalypse goes, I think betting on something that is scripted should be illegal. It does not make sense. I'm kind of with you there. I mean, I could see this on on paper. It sounds like fun, right? But I feel like there's just so many ways that this could be abused. And that's the problem because this opens up the idea too of like what other scripted stuff, like imagine Game of Thrones when that was at its peak. I mean, House of Dragon's still out there, but the idea of like, who's going to survive through the season? Place your bets. You know what I mean? Like place your shit out there. But that's another situation too, where that was an entire production team of people that worked on that would know the outcome. And you make them ineligible to bet on that stuff? How do you do that? I don't know. Like, is there some sort of verified thing that you have to go through to be like, you promise you're not on the production team? No, I'm not a gaffer. Right. I don't do that. Not on that movie. Nope. Yeah. Didn't do it. So I don't know. I think it could be fun, but I also I'm with Dr. Apocalypse on this. I don't see the point in something that's scripted. I think there's something. I don't gamble either. But I feel like I played fantasy football for a season and that was stressful as fuck. Watching the games and being like, oh my God, my guy, I hope he scores points. It was very stressful for me. But to be like, there's something about that where I know someone's trying really hard to do something that is allegedly not scripted. And, they're just trying to do this thing and it's exciting because you don't know how it's going to go because you've got these things, these people or whatever. You want to see this outcome that's happening in real time. But with something that's scripted, it just feels cheap. It feels like someone has decided this outcome and you're trying to guess it, It's like trying to guess the end of a movie. And it just doesn't feel.
You're trying to guess fate.
Yeah. Almost. You're like, how would they do this? And there's different ways to go about it. It just doesn't feel as exciting. Now, again, if I was super into WWE and I didn't mind gambling or whatever, and I was like, you know what, it would be fun, after this. What if it was like Marvel, right? And they were like, hey, Infinity War just happened. All right. Bet on who you think is going to, make it in Endgame. Who's going to be there? What's going to happen, right? Can you bet on outcomes, Can you put your fan theory out there and see if it can make it through the ringer? Or if it does, that would be interesting if you tried to guess, you submitted your theory, right? You don't have options. You submit it.
Okay. Yeah.
And you call it in that sort of way. So that way there's not like a
That's more
selection
like
of stuff.
a bracket.
Kind
Like
of.
I mean, like where you're submitting something that has very improbable odds of actually winning.
Yeah.
And if you get it,
Yeah, that would be interesting if it was like I would prefer a dude I called it kind of approach. Where you have to enter in the field what you think's going to happen, and if it happens the way that you called it, then you win. You got to call it. It can't be multiple choice. It's got to be fill in the blank.
It's Dickie. D-I-C-I. Dude, I called it. Yeah.
Dude, I called it. And I think that's way more interesting.
We're going to go to the Dickie model of gambling on the WWE.
Right.
Dude, I called it. Yeah. Submit your thoughts. And then if you win, you get $10 and a free scratcher at Dunkin'.
Because maybe you also, like with this, you have to determine the way in which they win, not just who's going to win.
Are they disqualified? Is it a pin?
Maybe it's like you get partial.
Right.
You get like, oh yeah, I called this guy was going to win. Okay, that's easy. How did he do it? How's he going to do it?
He brought the cheese grater out and shredded this guy's face. Yeah. I did not call that.
It's like
did not see that coming.
The movie The Cabin, if you're familiar with that. Have you seen that movie? The Cabin in the Woods. Sorry. You haven't seen Cabin?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I said the wrong thing.
You said The Cabin. I'm like, I don't know that movie.
I love that Dr. Apocalypse goes, bro turned Boston. You're goddamn right he did. Yeah,
that's right. That happens on this show sometimes.
It does. The best accents you've ever heard come out on this show. I think I would be down for that. If you're like, this is what happens. Mankind drops down from the ceiling on a bungee cord, rips at the last second, lands on the shoulders of the Undertaker, breaking him down to his knee. He rolls off, grabs a chair, smashes it across his face, and then pulls him over onto his back and does a chokehold pin. It's like, cool. If you hit all those points, bonus.
Who had it?
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I got Mankind winning. Cool. Well, you get, 25% of that, of what you're going to say. Yeah. But if you get it, man.
It's just like the lottery. Like, did you get the Powerball? Did you get one number and the Powerball?
Right.
Two numbers in the Powerball?
Right.
Like how, it's exactly like that.
You line all that stuff up. Now that's cool, right? That's a cool way. It's like you say, it's kind of like the NCAA March Madness bracket, right? If you can guess all the outcomes and things like that, that's pretty wild. It's pretty exciting.
All 63 fucking games. Yeah.
Right? So now if you can do that that would be kind of cool to do with a show or with a dude I called it. I think that would be the way to go, because if you can call that
WWE,
out there.
We fixed it.
What's that?
We figured out. I said WWE, we fixed it. Done. We figured out how you can roll this out successfully. Tell Ernst & Young to call us. We'll sit down with their people and we'll figure this out for you.
Yep.
We got your back because you're scripted, not fake.
That's right. All you need is a dickie and you'll be good to go. That's right. That's right. That's right.
I like that we brought it up as a topic, but we ended up solving it.
To our preferences, to our way of life,
Yeah.
And that's what matters at the end of the day, is how we view things.
I don't know what else to say other than
I do know. But do you know, listener, viewer?
Do you know what that 0.7 seconds of a DC theme song represents? It represents the beginning of a Marvel-themed game.
That's right. That's right, gang. It's time for everyone's favorite Guess in 10 Marvel Edition. This is a game where Justin and I
feel like there needed to be something there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Justin and I have Marvel characters on cards or on phones, and we will challenge each other to guess what is on these cards. The person gets up to 10 questions, 10 yes or no questions, to basically kind of get clues, and then they try to guess, 2 guesses to guess who's on the end here. You can go for a bonus question if you want to get some extra help, but we'll start with buzzwords to get them started, and we'll see who will come out the other end of this victorious. Dr. Apocalypse says, do you guys know what the Voynich Journal is? You know what? Let's take a look. Voynich Journal.
I don't. It's an illustrated codex handwritten in an unknown script referred to as the Voyniches. The vellum on which it is written has been carbon dated to the early 15th century. Okay.
Now we know. The knowledge has been dropped.
It goes on and on and on here, but we might have to revisit what this is because there's a possibility that this has a lot of mind gapness to it.
Possibly.
It's crazy weird. That sounds like our kind of topic.
It does. Docapoc. I like that. All right. Justin, would you like to guess first or would you like me to guess first?
Usually I say I'm going to guess first. I'm going to give you honors this time. I'm going to let you guess. Here,
I will guess first.
Switch it up. Here we go.
Here we go.
Your buzzwords. Genius. Inventor. We definitely need some background music for this. We need to find some sort of bed music that that works. Where's Harris Heller when we need him?
Right, Harris, help me up, bud. So genius inventor. Is this a man?
No,
it's not a man.
All right, I'm just going to streambeats.com to see if I can.
Let's not do that, just to be safe.
Let's not? It's for streaming.
Yeah, let's just not, just to be safe.
Fine.
Is this person from Wakanda?
Yes.
Is this person the sister of the Black Panther?
I mean, you could have guessed it in 2, but yes.
Is it Shuri? Yes.
You did it. Doug, well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right, Jersten Lurston. Thank you.
Do you want to go for your bonus question?
These always scare the shit out of me.
I know.
They're so fucking scary.
I just say no and leave it for the tiebreaker. I'm gonna
say no.
That's me. All right.
No.
All right.
All right, Justin. Your buzzwords are military, protector.
Military protector. Okay. Is this person a hero?
Yes.
Is this person male?
Yes.
Is this person also an inventor?
No.
Does this person have a shield?
No.
Ooh. Does this person have a mustache? The first time we meet him?
I'll say no because it's more than a mustache. More than a mustache. It's got more than a mustache.
Damn it. Military? Wait, what was it again?
Military protector.
Military protector. Ooh, shit. Okay. I fucked myself with that last question. I got cocky and I thought I knew who it was. Does this person have superpowers?
No.
And this person is not an inventor, you said, right?
Correct.
Is not an inventor. Military protector. Military protector. Military. Does this person have an eye patch?
Yes.
Okay. Is this person Nick Fury?
Yes. I got worried for you there.
I know. I got in the weeds.
Dr. Apocalypse really wants ours to be Tony Stark.
I know. I want it to be Tony Stark for you.
I love the first one because I was thinking Tony Stark the first one too, and I was like, that's
good.
So when you said mustache, who are you thinking?
General Ross.
Okay, Thunderbolt Ross. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Thunderbolt Ross. Yeah,
fair enough.
But because I was like, was he a protector? But was he? I don't know. So yeah.
Do you want to go for the bonus question, Justin?
I do not very much.
No. He says no. All right.
I'm saving it. Okay.
Saving.
Here we go.
Is SHIELD part of the military? That's a great question, Dr. Apocalypse. I don't know. Is the CIA part of the military?
But didn't Nick Fury do time in the military before SHIELD, though? I thought that was established. Maybe not. Maybe I missed.
I don't know.
It is a good question. That's a great question.
If you had gotten the like bonus question for him, the third buzzword was shield.
Well, there you go. Okay.
That would have been a big help, you know. Yeah. So I would say I don't think shield is part of the military. It's more of like national defense, so to speak. It's espionage. Yeah. So
what does it stand for, Doug?
Strategic Homeland Intelligence Enforcement and Logistics Division.
All right, there you go. It's a division then.
Yeah, division of the government.
It's not a branch. It's a division. Cool. All right, your buzzwords. Your buzzwords are fighter and destroyer.
Is this a man?
Yes.
Is this part of the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
Does this person take everything literally and cannot understand figures of speech?
Yes.
Is this Drax the Destroyer?
Yes, it is.
I feel like Destroyer should have been the third buzzword.
Well, the third buzzword was Guardian.
Okay.
Which might not have been, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that.
It's interesting that they had him listed as Earth.
Here's the thing is I think there's backstory for him that maybe isn't translated into the movies.
The MCU? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
I love how Dr. Apocalypse goes, how do you know that off the tip of your tongue? Yeah, I know. Right. I just
because
recently been rewatching MCU. So that's why. All right, Justin.
All right. Ready? Oh, wait. Do you want your clue or your question?
Here's the thing. I already know the answer to that one.
So you had that. You had that one already. I need to tell Jill to dig deeper into this deck.
I just pulled him out at random and give him to her. I don't check him beforehand.
Yeah. All right.
And that, because I did the bonus question on that one, I'm like, that one fucking sucks. You know?
Yep. Oh, I would never have gotten that.
That's why when you say, is he from Earth?
Bonus question? Yeah. I was like, that makes way more sense.
I was like, I think there's some backstory there where, yeah. So.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Justin Lurston, here we go. Buzzwords. Strong music.
Strong music. Interesting fucking buzzwords. Strong music. Okay. I need to, real quick, I need to minimize the chat just in case.
Dr. Apocalypse he's into this. He's trying to figure this out.
All right. Is this a man?
No.
Is this person, I don't feel like there's a lot of female villains. Is this person a hero?
Yes.
Yes. Is this person from Earth?
Yes.
Is this person part of the MCU?
No.
Oh boy. All right. We've decreased my potential for guessing this by about 35%. Okay, strong and music. Is this person associated with the X-Men?
No.
Search your brain, Strandy Balls. Search your brain. All right. Is this... God damn it. Strong in music. That makes no sense to me. Obviously, this person has superpowers, so I'm not going to ask that. Strong in music. Is this person part of the Spider-Man universe?
Yes.
A female part of the Spider-Man universe, strong in music. Fuck. Is this person Has this person appeared in any Spider-Man movies?
Yes.
God damn it. Well, I'm so blanking on who this could be. Strong? Like emotionally strong? Is that what it means? Does it mean physically or emotionally? Oh God. Does this person have superpowers?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I figured. That was a waste of a question.
I love it when you said it before. I was like, hey, look at this guy doing deductive reasoning. But you just had to make sure, you know?
I had to make sure because I'm like, well, maybe it is emotional. I don't know. Is this person, they've been in, who am I not thinking of right now? Okay, well, here's the last two. If they were in the Tom Holland one, that would have been part of the MCU. So we can scratch that out. Were they in the Tobey Maguire version of Spider-Man?
No.
Okay, so that means they were Andrew Garfield. Okay, so in those two fucking movies, strong music. Was there a siren in those? Fuck, man. Do I wait? Then there's no clue. We don't get like the clue or anything, right? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Last question. I don't even know what to ask. This person is a hero. Does this person have red hair?
Nope.
Okay. Is it Gwen Stacy?
Yes.
What? Oh, the fucking Spider-Verse.
Someone forgot about the Spider-Verse, but still got it. When you're like, it's got to be Andrew Garfield. I'm like, technically she's in that movie, but not in the way that she's being portrayed right here.
Wow.
Technically, this says Ghost Spider, but I don't think they ever called her Ghost Spider. It's probably
yeah.
She calls herself Spider Woman into the Spider-Verse.
Where does the music come in? Is she
She's a musician.
I don't remember.
If you watch that, she plays drums in a band.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Pulled that out by the skin of my fucking teeth. Okay.
I'm very impressed. I was like, this is going to suck. Because I also put myself in your shoes. I'm staring at the card. I'm like, obviously it's what this is. I'm like, if you told me music is a tough one.
Because that threw me off because I was like, who? Because in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, does someone in the Eternals or in the Inhumans, we've got the leader of the Inhumans who uses his voice. Like in my mind, I'm like, is there a siren in there? Is there man, that really fucking threw me for a loop. Okay. Wow. All right. So we're going on to the bonus questions.
I unfortunately know one of them already, which is Drax.
The Drax one. Okay.
It's Arthur Douglas. So that's just shitty.
That's correct.
I know that one. I will kick it over to you, and I will give you a bonus. We'll do it this. I don't know if this makes sense or whatever. But anyway, pick one. Pick whatever one you want. You want Nick Fury to go Spider?
We're gonna do Nick Fury because fucking Ghost Spider, man. Jesus.
All right.
Hopefully, Ghost Spider's question is, what instrument does she play? And I can say the drums and be done with it.
All right, here we go.
This one's an audio daily double.
Got to set a timer here. Can you name any 3 members of S.H.I.E.L.D. in 10 seconds? Go.
Agent Coulson, Nick Fury, and Colby Smulders.
You got one more. Nick Fury is already... No.
You said any agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fuck. Coulson, Black Widow. She's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Hawkeye.
You got Colby Smulders. I know who you're talking about. I'm going to be leaning with you. You said agent. It was more than 10 seconds, but I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. I don't like those because your brain goes... It's void like, all information.
Wide net.
Yeah, it's like Black Widow, Hawkeye, Maria Hill, etc. So you got, you were on it.
Yeah.
I count it.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I got to do Shuri here.
All right, Shuri. This sucks. What was Shuri's father's name?
Oh, T'Chaka. I was like, don't fuck this up.
There you go.
I was like, Okoye. No. I was like,
nope.
T'Chaka. No, T'Chaka. There we go.
Yeah,
oh.
yeah.
All right.
Angela Bassett. Nope, that was mom.
Nope.
Yeah.
Got robbed. Here we go. All right, Justin. To tie. To end in a tie, because I don't know how we do tiebreakers.
We really haven't figured this one out. But
we haven't needed it. Which retired crime fighter gave me her suit and web shooters?
And we still don't need the tiebreaker.
I didn't want to say that before I read it, but
which retired crime fighter? Spider-Woman.
Nope. I'll give you another guess just in case.
Valiant guess. Tracy Chapman.
Hey, good guess. It was Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp.
Oh, fuck. So close. So close.
Wouldn't have known that one.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't have known that one. Yeah.
All right.
Good round, Justin. Good job.
That was something else.
That was awesome.
That was a tough one. Yeah.
That was tough, man. I'm
all right,
sorry you
go.
had to endure that. And as soon as I saw the bonus question, I was like, God damn it. God damn it.
Look, sometimes, it depends on who's playing. Sometimes you draw the short straw. Tonight it was my night. That was all it is.
These cards, they giveth and they taketh away, man. Dr. Apocalypse goes, the Wasp has web shooters, right?
Right. Look, man, you and me both, right? I don't know. Maybe pollen extractors, but
I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's probably true because this game wouldn't lie. That's for sure.
But yeah, who is a god?
When you said, is Gwen part of the MCU, I was like, I had to pause and think, really, really think. I'm like, technically, no.
No.
It's a Sony property that is not in the MCU. No, she's not.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. That was fun. Thanks for playing, Justin. And thank you,
great.
Dr. Apocalypse, for playing along, and anyone else that was playing along while listening. Hope you were able to guess them. So I hope you enjoyed that bit. Justin, what do you got to recommend this week?
I'm going to go back to something we recommended a while ago. And I'm going to say, because it just ended, I'm going to say The Last of Us. I would strongly recommend going, if you have not watched it. I just watched the final episode during dinner tonight, and it was just
were you expecting that?
I was not at all. And I'm someone who has not played the game, right? So from what I understand from the very brief reading that I've done, that is pretty much how the game ends as well. And so that reignited a 10-year-old debate on whether or not Joel should have yada yada. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but yeah, man, I did not expect it to end that way. And I'm very curious to see what that means moving forward. So you and I have a lot to talk about off mic.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you got?
I'm going to recommend our D&D session on Saturday, this coming Saturday, because Justin and the crew are finally getting to the meat and potatoes of our journey, and I'm super excited about it. And you'll learn more about it at some point this year when I finish recording it and put it out there. Justin, are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm extraordinarily nervous.
Yeah. Why are you nervous? I mean, you got dressed up. You bought some stuff as your character. You're getting ready for a fancy party with some fancy people.
Absolutely.
The heist is on, ladies and gentlemen. The heist is on.
I'm nervous because Doug has made it seem like we will need to map out. We will need to be cartographers and map out this entire cartographers meet architects and map out the entire area that we're going through by ourselves. And I don't know if I'm ready for that lift.
I'm excited for all the role play that will be happening.
I'm excited too. I'm excited.
Because there's a lot that's going to happen. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, last session we created the Beaver King of Tribor, and
Who knows what's going to get created this time?
Only hope what's going to happen this time around. So again, this will be a series that will be coming out on this channel. So it will be coming out. So you're getting the inside scoop, little teaser bits now. Justin is lighting himself on fire. In shame of his defeat, he is lighting himself on fire.
This will be the last time I'm on this podcast.
Fuck you, Guess in 10, Marvel Edition.
Dude, I'm thrilled. Like I said, I'm nervous because I've never gone. I think what threw me off is when at the end of the last session, you're like, all right, guys, you've officially, after how many weeks have you done it? 5 weeks, 6 weeks? You're like, all right, the training wheels are off.
Tutorial's over.
Tutorial's over. You've officially graduated. I'm like, wait, what?
After Not 10 yet? Hours of gameplay, you are finally out of the tutorial and into the meat of the game. So,
which is why I'm nervous. So it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, I'm excited. We'll see what happens, and can't wait for everyone else to eventually hear this as well. So, well, I want to, thank everyone for checking us out. If you don't know, we do. Someone says Doug sounds like Jerry from Rick and Morty. Wow, I sound like Chris Parnell. What an honor! Thank you. Oh my gosh.
I don't hear it, but I love it.
I love it. I guess I could kind of tell what it is, but that's cool with it. I would love that. Rick. That was terrible. Anyway, we live stream on Tuesdays, so you can come and be like the cool person like Dr. Apocalypse is and come hang out with us and chat with us live while we record at youtube.com/mindgappodcast. I also host a video game stream on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Central. Myself and usually the rest of the Discord crew hang out and play some games. We played a ridiculous game last week called Borrow Trauma. Had a nice little moment that I shared with the world between Seth and I. It was beautiful. It was the way that I hoped it would be. You can check that out on our channel on our shorts playlist. Check that out. And also
Seth's insatiable quest he's chasing that dragon nonstop, and it just got him in trouble.
He really is. It's my favorite thing is he's like, hey, there's drugs in this garbage can, but it says if I take them, I'll get in trouble. He's like, but they're in the garbage. And he took them and he got arrested. And I tried to help him out and then ... But check out the video game stream on Fridays at 8 p.m. Central. Join our Discord. The link is down the link below. It's in the description down below. Come join the family, be part of everything, talk with us, add to all the cool stuff that we've got in there. We'd love to have you be there. Check out our merch at redbubble.com. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/mindgappodcast, all that good stuff. If you've enjoyed yourself here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, and leave us a comment about all this sort of stuff. How do you think you would bet for the WWE? What do you think that should work? Did you guess the characters right and guess in 10? How's your fitness journey going? Let us know. Hit up those comments. Keep the engagement going. We appreciate you. And also, don't forget to follow Justin online as well.
On Instagram, you can follow me at Justin_Michael, spelled Mikel. It's the fun way of spelling it. And while you're in the online realm, check us out in all the places that you can find and consume quality podcasts. You can find and consume us there as well. Give us a like, rate, review, subscribe, share. Sharing is the big one. We love it when you share us. And then twoeast8th.com and twoeast8th on all social media. And loveandimprovfilm.com and Love and Improv Film on Instagram. We're not dead. We're still rocking and rolling. And if you're independently wealthy and want to finance a movie, please hit us up because we'd love your money.
We would all love your money. Well, I just want to say once again, Justin, thank you. This has been great.
Douglas, thank you so much. This has been wonderful.
And Chad, I want to say thank you, especially to you, Dr. Apocalypse, for hanging out with us for the show. And also to Emilio for hanging out with us during this show. Thank you all.
And listeners, I want to say a humongous, tremendous thank you for all the years of listening, specifically Katie and Leonard. Thank you both.
You're the Grest. You're the Grest. You are the Grest.
You are the Grest. It's unequivocal that you're the Grest.
And you know it. We know it. Everybody knows it. And we're just going to say it. Name it so you can claim it. All right? Gross. And with that, have a dandy fucking week.